Paka! Hey, what's up? What's up, Penelope? How are you? This is Penelope. We wanted a little extra guest, right, Molly? Yeah, well, I did. But, yeah, before we continue, let's do the Wayne's World Extreme close-up. So, maybe, Penelope and Molly want one. Ready? Together. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Nice, Penelope and Molly. Now let's get the cutout. 1, 3, 2, 1. Go! Nice. Now let's get me one with the extreme close-up. Wow! Nice! Yeah! That's how we start episode 47. To start out, we're gonna do the big news. Couple big news. First things first. I almost said America's Got Talent. It's not America's Got Talent. It's Dancing with the Stars. The season ended, and I believe the two people that I thought stood out to me at the very beginning. Xochitl Gomez. She's a young actress. She's really well known from a Disney Channel show. I'm not too sure. And Jason Mraz. He's a music artist. They were the final two. It was Jason Mraz and Xochitl Gomez. The winner in the end was Xochitl Gomez. But it was awesome. It was amazing. The finale was awesome. They all get to do a freestyle dance. They just do whatever they want, and it's awesome. Congrats, Xochitl Gomez, and I believe it was Mark. Y'all won. Good shit, y'all. Oh, Val. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't Mark. It was Val. Good stuff, Val. That was Dancing with the Stars. Hopefully they'll be back soon. Right, Penelope? Right. Now, next thing. Oh, big news in the sports world. This past week, the Dodgers signed Shohei Ohtani to a huge, big old contract. 10 years, $700 million. That's like $70 million a year. That's crazy. Wow. There are some rumors I have heard from my sources that Shohei is actually asking the Dodgers to not give him his full amount, to use some of the rest of it to go get more assets on the team. Now that's a team player, if you ask me. That is awesome. That is amazing. We'll see what the Japanese superstar can do for the already powerful offensive LA Dodgers. I'm very concerned to see how he does with pitching, because I know he's had elbow surgery. There is rumors that the first couple of years, or maybe the first year, I'm not sure, that he will just be batting. Don't get me wrong, his bat alone is amazing, but I think they paid him the extra $70 million to pitch, because he's a great pitcher too. He's a unicorn of our times. But yes, good luck, Shohei Ohtani. I can't wait to see what you do in this upcoming baseball season. Whew. And then in the NBA in-season tournament, it finally completed. And see, these last two news is good for you LA fans. First, you get Shohei Ohtani. Well, no, that was first. First, the Lakers, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, they win the in-season tournament. They got the extra $500,000 bonus that they were all playing for. Everyone on the team, including the coaches, they all get a $500,000 bonus when you win the in-season tournament. I believe it was, who did they play? Oh, the Indiana Pacers, excuse me. The Indiana Pacers, they actually got an extra $200,000 for getting second place. That's not bad, if you ask me. But if that's the way the Lakers are going to be playing in the playoffs, or in really, really meaningful games, that's kind of scary, especially from LeBron James, because that man, I'm not a LeBron James fan. Y'all know I'm a 90s boy. I'm a 90s kid. So that's my GOAT right there. The great one, 23, Mr. Air Jordan. That's who I idolize. I even bought his cologne when I was a little kid. That's crazy. But in my eye, he's the great. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time. You know? Mount Rushmore, LeBron's there. But in the middle, Michael Jordan. So, yeah. But LeBron did it. You know what? He put the team on his back. I see. You can see when a competitor has that look in his eye. But, yeah, he had that look in his eye. Like that Mamba. It's crazy. He had that look. And him and Anthony Davis went to town. So, you know what? I give my dues where it's due. Congrats, Lakers. We'll see if you can do it when the playoffs come around. Anyways, so That's what's going on. Now we're going to move on to the NFL. And I believe it was in week 14. Let's look at the standings for week 14. Mr. Wills kind of had a tough week 14. He finished at 5-10. Mr. Wills. Mr. Gilberto Lozano. We actually had a three-way tie for second place. We had Gilbert Lozano. Then we had Sergio. And then we have this new contestant. I'm so excited. Ruben. Hello, Ruben. They all three finished with a record of 6-9. And then at the top of this week, Mr. Alfredo. Alfredo finished week 14 with a record of 9-6. Good on you, mate. Now, week 15. I was looking at it, it's kind of tough. But we're going to do our best to get these right this week. So, Molly, do you want to tell him? Hey, Molly, hey, do you want to tell him? Yeah, she said, start the music, Emilio. Yeah. So, in Thursday night, starting tonight, you got the LA Chargers versus my Vegas Raiders. I'm not going to lie to you, a little disappointed last week, and especially coming off of a bye week. The Raiders did. But, I'm a diehard fan. You see it right above Penelope's back. It's on the bed. Raider Nation. It's right there. Raider Nation, baby. We're riding Raiders all day. Then, Saturday, we have 3 games on Saturday. On Saturday, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals quarterback, Jake Browning. If you looked at his stats the last couple weeks, if you didn't put a name on those stats, and you just said Cincinnati quarterback, here's the stat, you would think it was Joe Burrow throwing it. But it wasn't. It was Jake Browning. This kid is real. He looks just like Joe Burrow. Sing built everything in my... Cincinnati's not losing nothing with their backup quarterback. That's exactly what you want. So, I'm going to have to go with the Cincinnati Bengals on that one. And then, also on Saturday, you have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Indianapolis Colts. Both teams are coming in at 7-6. Pittsburgh's having a tough time scoring right now. I'm going to have to go with Indianapolis Colts. And then, the last game on Saturday, you have the Denver Broncos, who have won the last 3 out of what? No, they've won a lot in a row. They stand at 7-6 after starting 1-5. That's crazy. They're going against the Detroit Lions. Detroit's kind of having a little shaky couple weeks. But Detroit's at home. I'm going to have to go with Detroit on this one. Then, Sunday morning, Chicago versus the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland just pulled out Joe Flacco out of retirement. And Joe Flacco looks good. Flacco. Why didn't we get Joe Flacco? When I say we, I mean Raider Nation. Why didn't we go look for him? Since we were rebuilding, we should have been two on the way. But anyway, I got Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns. Man, can Joe still play? Then you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Green Bay Packers. This is going to be a tough game because both teams are 6-7 and fighting for a playoff spot. But I'm going with the Green Bay Packers on this one. Wow. Then you have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the New England Patriots in New England. KC had a rough week against Buffalo. Mahomes kind of got irate at the end. But I have to go with the Swifties. I don't see them losing 2 in a row. Not like that. Especially like this New England. Then you have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers. Carolina's 1-12. Atlanta's fighting for a playoff spot. So you have to go with the team that's fighting for a playoff spot, correct? So we're going with the Atlanta Falcons right there. Then you have the New York Giants versus the New Orleans Saints. I'm going with the New Orleans Saints at home. Then you have the New York Jets, the Jets versus the Miami Dolphins. Excuse me, I was trying to say Jalen Waddle. I kept saying Eric Waddle. You know who Eric Weddle is? Eric Weddle is actually an Altaloma alumni. My high school, played for the football team, played for the San Diego Chargers at that moment. Then he came and played for the LA Rams out of retirement. I've actually met Eric Weddle, but yes, it's not Eric Weddle, it's Jalen Weddle. Jalen Waddle. But we're going to go with Jalen Waddle and the Miami Dolphins. They had a tough day on Monday. Then you have the Houston Texans versus the Tennessee Titans. That's going to be a tough one, but I think I'm going to go with Tennessee. They kind of Derrick Henry looks like he's catching his stride again after coming off some injury. Then the San Francisco 49ers versus the Arizona Cardinals, which I have some of my sources say that the San Francisco 49ers are on some like bird hunting season right now. Like the last 4 or 5 teams they played against big birds and they beaten them. It's crazy. So I'm gonna have to go with the 49ers and see if they could cook one more bird up. Then you have the Washington Commanders versus the LA Rams in LA. LA is not doing bad right now. They've won 3 out of the last 4 and they put themselves back in the playoff position. Well, so I'm gonna have to go with the LA Rams at home on this one. Cooper Kupp is back and healthy. Matthew Stafford and him, they have that chemistry. Then you have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Buffalo Bills. This to me might be the game of the week. I'm gonna have to go with the Dallas Cowboys on this one. Then on Sunday Night Football, you have the Baltimore Ravens versus Jacksonville Jaguars. They've had a couple weeks, especially with Trevor Lawrence and his ankle. But I'm gonna have to go with Baltimore. Baltimore is very tough. Lamar Jackson's playing at an MVP candidate level right now. Then Monday night to close it out, you have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Seattle Seahawks. I'm gonna have to go with Philly on this one because I don't see them losing 3 in a row. They've lost 2 in a row. I don't see them losing 3 in a row. 3 in a row. 3 in a row. So these are all the teams that I think are gonna win this week. All teams are playing this week. There's no bye week teams this week. So if you want to get on, make sure you add your picks on the comment below, and I will do my best to get them. Please, we will be back in a couple weeks. Make sure you check us out. After that, we will be taking a long holiday vacation. Hopefully, we have some big news for this man right here. Yep, on the shirt right there. Yeah. Hopefully, we have some big news for him next time. Until then, like the great Kenny Omega says, I bid you adieu. Good night, Kenny Kiss. Okay, you want to give me a kiss? And a good night. Bye. Baka. I feel like dancing. 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 Every time I feel myself getting frantic, maybe too much coffee did it. I bump up the music, bump up the click. I pick up the speed till I'm deep in it. Then I give it a half tip and just like that.